Hey, science peeps, welcome to week 5 of remote learning. This week, we are starting a new unit, the cells and heredity unit. And I know you don't have your books. We didn't anticipate that remote learning would be this long, but I have some modifications that I made from our last unit. I have some easy direct links to get to the online workbook. So everything's going to be fine and you'll still be able to do your work. So don't worry. I wanted to show you a couple of new features on Google Classroom first that I'll be using and that our district set up for us. First of all, if you go to your new page, and I sent everybody an email for the new link to join, I invited everybody. Right here is a link for Google Meets. And so if you ever want to just talk to me, you have a question about an assignment, email me or send me a message. And what we can do is just click on that link at the time that we say, like, hey, Miss CG, can I talk to you at 1 o'clock today about a question I have? We can just go right here and click on this, and it is just for this Google Classroom. So we can, without having to set anything up in a calendar, really easy. Just click on this link and we're connected face to face. Okay. So let's get to today's activity. I've set up the HyperDocs so that they're going to be multiple days down. Now that you know how to use a HyperDoc, and I was doing it one day at a time, now they're going to start to become multiple days. I think I might have one that's a 5-day HyperDoc. But don't worry, the dates are everywhere, so you'll know where to start and where to stop. All right, so let's start. So you go to today's, where today is April 20th, okay? And this HyperDoc, or this little link here, goes from the 20th to the 23rd, so up to Thursday. So click on that. And now here I have 2 HyperDocs for you. Just read the instructions. It says follow the instructions in this HyperDoc for Monday, April 20th and Tuesday, April 21st. So I start you out slow. First, we start out with just 2-day HyperDocs, okay? And then here, this one you're going to use for Wednesday, April 22nd and Thursday, April 23rd, okay? Before we go on, and by the way, I made a student Google Classroom. So in case you see this name, Harrison, that's my son, I just wanted to show you the student version of it because the teacher version looks a lot different from the student version. Okay. Also, before we move on, I want you, if you haven't already done so, remember to join Mrs. Flynn's Google Classroom because if you haven't signed up for your 7th grade electives, you have to do that. And this is her Google Classroom code. So you can just copy that. You can go back and let's see here. You would go into your main page, right? Classes, and you would hit your plus, and you would paste the code here and then join. Okay, in case you don't know how to do that. Okay, let's go back into here. And then another email that we were sent, and I believe it was on Mrs. Flynn's Google Classroom, is a video to help you with time management at home. If you haven't heard, our governor has closed schools up until the 15th of May. We might go back the next day. We might go back in September. We're not sure yet, but we know for sure that we're closed until May 15th. So we're going to be doing this for the next month at least. Okay, so let's get started with today's HyperDoc. So click the first doc right here. Okay, and like I said, I have everything dated. So here it says April 20th, living versus non-living things. This is your activity. And then if you scroll down, it says April 21st. So you know that you don't have to do this next part until tomorrow. Okay. And then this is what you have to do for tomorrow. And we'll go over that next time. I will have a different HyperDoc, or I'm sorry, a different walkthrough for each day. Okay. To walk you through it, especially in the beginning. Okay. So let's start with right now you are doing this. You're watching my walkthrough. Okay. So let's talk about living versus non-living things. I have a couple cool pictures up here. We're going to talk first about what's considered alive, what's considered not alive. This picture here, I love this picture. It is a jellyfish, and there are fish inside the jellyfish. And I have a link here if you want to read. It's a very, very super short, like 1 paragraph article. that this is a symbiotic relationship, that the jellyfish allows those fish to like they can hitch a ride. Sometimes they'll eat parasites that are growing on the jellyfish, so they help the jellyfish stay healthy. And the jellyfish doesn't sting them. It allows those fish to live in there. And it's something that scientists are actually still studying. They're still learning about every day. So if you're interested in marine biology, maybe go to this article and look that up, because this is current research that marine biologists are doing today, learning more and more about these symbiotic relationships where they both help each other. It's a mutualistic relationship. They're both benefiting. And then obviously our little zombies here are non-living. Okay, so that was just like something silly. All right, anyway, so first assignment today is you're going to read the article Living versus Non-Living Things. So I'm going to click on that. You click on the article, you bring it up and read the article. Then it says complete the Google Doc on your Google Doc Classroom page, and it's titled Living versus Non-Living Things Worksheet. So this is new. So let me take you back to the Google Classroom page. And when you go there, you're going to see this section here. It says your work. Now, you're not doing all 4 of these today. All right. It's going to be one for each day. So we have a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So one of these is going to be for each day. Now, you can't see the titles. You see the name here, and it should, when you go to your page, it'll say your name, okay, which is the cool thing about this. But just hover over the document and look for the title that is the correct one that we're doing today. So today is Living versus Non-Living Things. So I'm just going to hover over the title, and here I can see it says the name. So it'll be your name when you look on your page, Living versus Non-Living Things Worksheet. So click on that. And it brings up this document. You don't have to worry about putting in your name or any of this because it's already in the title up here. So it should say your name, Living versus Non-Living Things Worksheet. Okay, so here it says for the number 1, write the objects in the correct boxes above. Think about the list of characteristics from the article when categorizing each thing. So the boxes say, you're going to put the living things in this box, and I kind of started here, and the non-living things in this box. So now, being that it's a Google Doc, these boxes are actually drawings. So I'm going to teach you how to insert things into these boxes because I use them a lot in our Google Docs. So you double click on this box first, whatever box you want to click on first, living things, non-living things. But all of these items have to be put into these 2 boxes. So I'm going to start with the living things box. I'm going to double click on it. Okay. Now you're like, wait a minute, I forgot the words. So you can just move this over a little bit. I know it doesn't show you all the words. There's a couple of words down below. I can't get it up any higher. So you just have to go back and forth a little bit, or you can copy and paste the things into the right boxes. So anyway, I can see a lot here, and I see rock, ant, cheese, dog, bacteria, sun, soil, water. So why don't we start with these 8? And I already started typing in the boxes. I'm going to delete this for a moment. You'll see I deleted it. I'm going to hit save and close, and bam, it's gone. Okay, so double click on that box, and then you have to click inside this box. I'm going to move my box over. Okay. So in this box, this is the living things box, and I'm going to start typing. Which of these things below, these items below, is a living thing? Is a rock a living thing? I don't think so. Not that we know of. Maybe one day we'll discover we're wrong, but as of right now, rocks are non-living. So is an ant a living thing? Absolutely. So in this box, you're going to type ant, hit enter. Go to the next one. Cheese. Is cheese a living thing? Well, I know there's bacteria in cheese that helps the process, but cheese itself is not considered living. So we're going to leave that out, and it's going to go into the other box. Is a dog a living thing? Unless it's a zombie dog. Yes, a dog is a living thing. Put dog in the box. Then you go to the next one. Bacteria. By the way, yes. Sun, soil, water. Okay. So if it's living, put all your living things in here. I might slide my box over so I can see the things on the other side. Keep typing in blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. And when you think you're done, I know there's another line down there. So you have to look at it and put it in the box, but hit save and close. And here are all your things there. Okay. Same thing with the non-living things box. Click on that and then click again inside the box. You can move that box around back and forth. Okay. So you can see some of the words. Put your non-living items here. When you're done, save and close, and you're good to go with that. Okay. So now let's go to the next one. How did you determine if an object was living or non-living? Well, that's from the article. Okay. I wrote some gibberish here, but I just wanted to show you. All you have to do is just type. This is how I know. This is how I'm doing with breath. All my words look the same. All right. So anyway, when you're done, that's fine. Leave it as it is. And then you go to your next question. Type your wonderful typing skills here. Okay, good. Now there's another question. It says complete the following sentence. And this is right from your article. Complete the following. A living thing is made up of, toward the end of the article, by the way, I think. All right. If it's not, then I just gave you the wrong instructions. No, just kidding. It's in the article. So just read that. A living things are made up of. I kind of gave the first letter away, and that's it. Now there is a number 4. It says characteristics of life game. Okay. So you have to now go back to your hyperdoc. Okay. We're finished with number 1. Now let's go to number 2. And it says play the characteristics of life game. Write your score for the first 4 questions only at the bottom of the living versus non-living things worksheet. So let's go to that website. Sometimes these take a while to load. Sometimes they get stuck on like 99. And if it gets stuck on like 90 or 99%, just hit the reload button up here, and then it'll load. So first read this paragraph, okay? There's an activity over here that you can do. You click on the red dot and put it in the other red dot. There you go, okay? And you could check your answers, okay? Not quite, try again because I didn't finish it. So anyway, that's a game that you can do. And then you're gonna hit challenge me, okay? There's 5 total questions. You're only gonna answer 4 of the 5, okay? Because the 5th one is open-ended. And they're 1 through 4 multiple choice. Then you're gonna go back to your assignment. I only got 1 right out of 4. I might need to go back and do that again. But just write your score. If you get 1 out of 4, I'm not grading you against that. I just want to see that you tried it, that you're learning about living versus non-living things. What I'm going to grade you on is based on, did you complete the assignment? If you totally wrote like this instead of a real answer, I'm not going to give you credit. Okay. So really, write a good answer, answer that is as close to the correct answer as you can be. I know that I'm not in the classroom with you teaching you this, and you're doing a lot of this on your own. And so I take that into account. So I just ask that you try, you read, and then write the best answer that you can write. Okay, so now this assignment is done. Okay, and then you're going to hit turn in. Now, turn in. Okay, so now I'm going to close this. I'm going to go back to that Google Classroom. That's mine. So now don't hit this turn in. You don't even have to hit that. Don't worry about it. Even at the end of the days, the 4 days, you don't have to hit that. Because if you look on my end, this is why mine looks different than yours. I can go right here to student work. Okay. And I can go and look. And if you write me comments, they show up here, just so you know. Right now, as of right now, I only have 32 students who have joined this classroom. So hopefully you'll have joined it by, the time that you have to do this assignment. But I can see here, like I'm going to click on Andy. Hi, Andy. And I know he's joined already. And it shows all of his assignments. So all I have to do on my end, even if you don't hit turn in, is all I have to do is click on that assignment. Okay, and it always brings up the first assignment. So I have to click on the assignment that I want, and then I can see what Andy wrote. Okay, let's see here. We did, so as soon as you start typing actually, and I click on it, I can see what you're writing. So if you only did half of it, Even if you didn't hit turn in, by the way, I can just still see what you wrote. So just an FYI. So no writing silly things and thinking that I'm not going to see it, because I will. All right. So that's how you do the assignments that I have these Google Docs for. And I'm going to be using these a lot. Okay. Because it's easier, it's quicker, and the assignments are right there for you. All right, so let's go back to our activity for today. That's actually it for today. Turn in your assignment. It's an independent practice grade. And that's it for today. So watch my walkthrough for tomorrow, April 21st, and I will see you then. CG out.